Aries, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the Renaissance Tarot, to your fellow fire sign, to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy. My Boston cream, how are you doing? My cutie patootie looking all this so good. So today, dear Aries, I'm going to be doing your twin flame reading from October 25th to November 5th. And in this reading, I'm going to take a look at your recent past, present, and future. The main challenge, I'm also going to be clarifying all the cards for you and get some final advice. And I will also get this card right here that fell on the ground. But we're not going to stop the recording. We're going to continue the recording. The card that fell on the ground is the Three of Cups, which is the card of a reconciliation. So let's get into your reading and see what's going on. Your twin flame journey, unique, special, one of a kind, not the easiest. So, dear Aries, I would like to express my gratitude to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here onto the channel. Greatly appreciate you. Love you so much, dear fellow fire sign. I see your comments. I greatly appreciate you. And again, these readings are general, but they're also specific in a way because, you know, there are some Aries out there that might be in their twin flame journey and it's not the easiest. So I'm sending you big hugs. Let's get into your reading and see what's going on for you. I know this is a different card right here, but it's meant to be for you then. Your reading is going to be very meant to be type of reading. So you have the Phoenix as the main energy between you and your person. This is an original tarot deck, but there is just a few cards that are unique and additional. So the energy is the Phoenix, right? Rising out of an ashes, rising out of the hurt, the scars, whatever has happened between you and your twin flame. Now, at the bottom of the deck, you have the Three of Cups showing up again. Now, you tell me if this reading is already not resonating. The Three of Cups was the card that actually, it fell on the ground and I picked it up. So reconciliation, right? But we're not going to rush into it yet. All right. So the Phoenix here is it's a mystical creature. Some of you maybe have a tattoo of a Phoenix, or maybe you work for a company that says Phoenix, something like that. That's very much relation to this. This is about a rebirth. This is about, giving another chance. Will you give another chance? Will you receive another chance for you and your twin flame, dear Aries? And it's about really picking yourself back up, It's a mystical creature that rises out of like ashes. We're going to talk about this shortly. In the recent past, you have the Sun, the Five of Wands, and the Hierophant. In the recent past, some of you were dealing with a Leo. I'm getting here Taurus. Some of you also were dealing with Sagittarius, okay? Yeah, Earth energy here, maybe a water sign, Scorpio. But in the recent past, I do see here everything starting off very happily. It was just amazing. Both of you with the Sun card here, a lot of positivity, a lot of happy moments. It's like fire on fire type of connection between you and this person, your twin flame. However, I do see here some sort of a conflict, dear Aries, in the past with the Five of Wands. Something here happened in regards to commitment between you and this person, okay? Difficulties and struggles surrounding commitment. 333 on the timer. We're gonna get back to this and clarify shortly. In the present moment, you have the Ace of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. So in the present moment, dear Aries, you're hurting a lot. And your twin flame is hurting a lot as well, okay? So someone here is heartbroken, is in a lot of pain with the Three of Swords. Definitely a lot of pain. And the Five of Pentacles is talking about this loneliness and this sadness and missing out each other a lot. But however, there is an opportunity here, right? Even in the midst of these difficulties. And I think that you are very optimistic, especially as a fire sign, super optimistic. And it takes one fire sign to understand another. So I feel like, dear Aries, in the present moment, many of you are really contemplating or praying for or wanting to heal from this heartbreak and this separation that you have been with your twin flame and embark onto a new journey. We're going to get back to this and clarify shortly. In the near future, you have the Strength, the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. So in the near future, I do feel like here again, maybe you're dealing with someone who is either a Leo or who embodies Leo energy or has Leo in their birth chart. So there is an opportunity here to move forward towards a new direction here. Nine of Swords here, dear Aries, is talking about this mental agony and the chatter and the pain that you have been having for such a long time, that's something that's going to end. There is a lot of action that is going to be taken, because the Knight of Wands is all an action-oriented energy here. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Three of Cups, right? You have the Queen of Wands and the Six of Swords. A lot of healing that's going to be taking place. And this healing that's taking place can potentially lead to a reconciliation here. The very first card that fell on the ground when I was, starting the video. So there is potential for that, right? Is there going to be a brand new beginning between you and this person? Will you give this connection, this twin flame connection, a chance? Even though there is still a lot of scars, okay, a lot of healing happening. So let's get into your reading and let's clarify everything for you. I'm going to clarify the Phoenix here for you. So let's see, what is the Phoenix here about? Transformation, metamorphosis, the Death card, right? Rising out of the ashes here. So the Phoenix here is clarified by the Page of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. It's exactly what I was saying. There is definitely a lot of healing that's happening. In order for you and your twin flame to have a brand new beginning here, dear Aries, it's very important to really work on oneself, right? And I think that you are someone that you have been diligently putting the hard work and really healing things within yourself. The Four of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles here, this combination right here is an indication of someone putting the work and doing a lot of internal work, healing themselves, taking the time to really work on themselves. And I feel like that's what it means, right? To rise out of the ashes here like a phoenix, to come out of a very difficult, tumultuous chapter. And I'm sending you a big hug, especially as a fellow fire sign. I can only imagine how hard it can be. And for many of you, I think that, you have been doing so much work within you that you are becoming the right person for you to be in the right relationship. You are adopting the right mindset within you. And you're doing a lot of internal work. A lot of you are transitioning. A lot of you are going through major transitions in life also. You might be letting go of certain friends, certain people in life, just in general. This is a twin flame reading, but I feel like with this Phoenix, it's very symbolic for you, Aries, especially being as a fire sign, right? Coming out of fire is the ashes being the firstborn. So major shifts happening for you. Now, let's talk about the past with the Sun. Okay, a lot of happiness with your twin flame. I think a lot of you, when you met this twin flame, you kind of felt that, there was someone that was something very special about them. They really stood out in the crowd for you. And I know that as an Aries, you tend to be very picky. Okay, so the Sun is clarified by the Ten of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Nine of Wands, and the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So some of you maybe were dealing with the Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, 8-8 on the timer. So in the recent past, dear Aries, I do strongly feel like here that for many of you, you were dealing with this person with the purpose and with the intention with your twin flame of actually forming family with them, maybe having children. You were very clear about that. I do see here you also realized in the past that you dealt with someone who was very sensitive. Okay? The Wounded Soldier here, somebody here was either acting or as very sensitive, or they were going through certain things. We're not here to put any other sign down. I'm just being honest, dear Ariana. I feel like that in the past, it was very challenging. And you are very blunt. You are very straightforward. You speak your mind. You don't hold it back. Maybe you said certain things or you set certain rules. This is what you wanted. You wanted them kids, them marriage, them relationship. But it's like someone here was not on the same page with you. Could have been another fire sign. Again, could have been another Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. But with the Five of Wands, I see here a lot of conflicts going on. I just saw the Two of Swords. So constantly going back and forth, trying to really decide what's the right course of action. So the Five of Wands is clarified by the Knight of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. Aries, a lot of you were probably also living with this person already. But, the Four of Wands is the card of marriage, commitment, family here again. I feel like that for many of you, this relationship or this connection felt like a burden for them. And maybe at some point, maybe for some of you, it felt like a burden too. You know what I mean? Maybe there came a point when you realized that it was just becoming overwhelming. For how long are you going to be the breadwinner? For how long are you going to be the one to constantly reach out to this person, text them, try to build something with this person, be on the same vision with them? And with the Knight of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, I feel like this person was very slow moving towards commitment and marriage. Maybe they were not even, making any steps or taking any, or being very initiative about this. So let's talk about the Hierophant here, which is about commitment. Like I said, a lot of issues in regards to commitment, marriage here, okay, between you and this person. The Hierophant is about also like set of rules. I don't know why that card like literally flew out of my deck, but again, somebody was escaping commitment. I don't know, somebody was escaping commitment. The Hierophant is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, and the King of Wands. Yeah, somebody here walked away and disconnected. And when I say this somebody, it's literally about your twin flame. I'm just like very much used to saying like someone, meaning your person. I don't have to say constantly your person. You already know. You're smart. So I do feel like here your twin flame here walked away from you, or you guys like disconnected, right? You can see the Eight of Cups here is showing someone that's disconnecting, and you witnessed how it happened. I'm also getting here someone maybe getting pretty much worked up and maybe upset over the situation for whatever happened. There is definitely some sort of a history between you and this person in the past 7 months, 7 weeks, 7 years. I think it's longer than that. There's a strong sense of like you've known this person for quite some time. You know what I mean? You could have walked away, they could have disconnected, but definitely a commitment here that was dismantled. Now, in the present moment, dear Aries, you have the Ace of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. So in the present moment, you're trying to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Even though many of you feel like your heart has been scarred, you're really hurting over the fact that this situation didn't work out the way that you anticipated, but you are still seeing the opportunity in the midst of this. Ace of Pentacles is clarified by the Two of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Hierophant. Wow. You're probably dealing with the Taurus here, Sagittarius. The Emperor is you, daddy. You know what I mean? So you kind of might be like going back and forth in your mind. There is still some doubts. You know what you want, but you don't know if that's what this person wants also. The Hierophant and the Emperor, like you know that this carries the potential with your twin flame to build something very solid and be with this individual, but is that what they also want or not? Because with the Two of Pentacles here, you either can energetically tell that, or you can kind of pick up on the fact that maybe this person is constantly going back and forth and juggling between wanting to be with you and not wanting to be with you, or being with you but not being full force, not being able to full force commit to you and marry. Let's talk about the Three of Swords. You're hurting right now. Something's hurting you deep down. The Three of Swords is clarified by the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and the Page of Cups. A lot of you are realizing that maybe there is a third-party situation here between you and this person. I don't like to talk about those things, but your twin flame could be here involved with another individual, maybe someone younger than them, or there is an age difference between them and them. Whatever this situation here is, you're very heartbroken because you feel kind of betrayed. You feel like this person, you do want to reconcile, right? You do have hope that things are going to work out. For some of you, the Three of Cups is the Three of Cups of reconciliation, but with the Three of Pentacles, I just feel like here that, there might be someone else in the picture, right? Because that's what I'm picking up on. And in order for you to have a brand new beginning with this person, it's not that they're going to come forward to and apologize and say, Aries, like, I'm so sorry. I want to work things out with you. Can we be back together again? That's just not how it works. You know what I'm saying? Like, you truly want this person to take accountability and be with you on the same page. And, get rid of whoever they're dealing with in order for you and them to be together. Five of Pentacles, a lot of you might be going through some financial difficulties now in the present moment also. But most importantly, Aries, this talks about the fact that a lot of you are also trying to heal some abandonment wounds in the present moment. That's something that's coming out. We go deep in my readings, okay? So the Five of Pentacles is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the World. A lot of you are closing off some sort of a cycle here. I think that's the wounds and the abandonment wounds, the scar, the pain is finally closing up for you and headed towards financial independence with the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is you headed towards Knight of Pentacles. You're focusing on your career right now. I feel like this twin flame journey has been very excruciating and painful and scarring, and really just heart-wrenching and painful. So a lot of you are not willing to sit in that pain anymore. You're rising out of the ashes, and that is your challenge here, right? So whether you're gonna give this person a chance or not, that's something that we're still gonna have to see. But I would say congratulations for you closing off a major cycle here and heading towards a direction where you feel like that you can actually build something for your own, coming out of a debt, coming out of a financial obstacle, and just maybe generating more income. I know this is a twin flame reading, but I gotta see what I gotta see. I gotta say what I gotta see. So in the near future, dear Aries, you have the Strength, the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. Okay, so in the near future, there is definitely a strong sense of determination, of moving forward, and someone here could be having nightmares about you or just really feeling like they missed out on an opportunity. It's clarified by the King of Swords, Five of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. Okay, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra energy here. So I feel like someone here is going to want to resolve some sort of a conflict with you. Whatever situation happened between you and this person, for some of you, maybe there were other people that were involved in this situation. The third party could be a parent, could be a person, could be a thing, could be a dog, cat, I don't know, whatever it might be. I feel like that it is a situation that still kind of like lingers, that energy, that unresolved conflict here that happened between you and them. And you don't want to be in this place of constant conflict, constant agony, but you seem to be very detached and focused on your career and making more money. And all of a sudden, this person is coming around and wanting to have a face-to-face conversation with you and to talk to you. And by the way, the last Aries reading that I did, I see some of you commenting that the text came through, the phone call came through. So congratulations. Thank you for sharing that as well as a testimony. Now, Knight of Wands here is you moving towards a specific direction, dear Aries. Let's talk about that. Knight of Wands is really like, it's like, I'm going to do what I want and you have to catch up with me, even though you're my twin flame. Clarified by the King of Cups, the Strength again, and the Knight of Swords. It's taken you quite some time to get there, but I think emotionally speaking, you have become very strong and very resilient. You no longer look at yourself as the victim, not that you really did necessarily, but it's like there was this sense of betrayal. You see what I'm saying? Because you have the Three of Swords here in the present moment. I mean, you did feel betrayed, or you did feel a lot of hurt coming from this person and overall from this situation that happened between you and them. And one of the things that I see here that's really significant for you is how emotionally stable you seem to be. You seem to be in this place of the King of Cups. You could have some water in your birth chart also, moon or rising, or Venus, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Definitely a lot of emotional stability and strength and resilience here with the King of Cups and the Strength. And you're finally closing off this cycle with the Ten of Swords that you felt like someone here really fumbled you. And whatever happened between you and them, dear Aries, it didn't determine your value and your worth. It doesn't define your worth and your value. Remember, you're chosen, you're loved, you're worthy. So the Nine of Swords here, which I'm very curious about, you seem to be coming into somebody's dreams a lot, okay? Someone here keeps seeing you in their dreams. Someone here keeps constantly really reminiscing about the good old days with you. So let's talk about that for you in a minute. Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords is clarified by the Fool. That's you, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. Yeah, Five of Cups. Definitely there is this strong sense of loss that they had. It's like they fumbled you. They fumbled you. And this is someone that's very sad. This is someone that's also trapped in their own silence, sitting in their own silence, or there is a situation here that your person has been struggling and wanting to free themselves in order for them to be with you. And that's something that's on them, that's on their part. They need to make a firm decision, and that's where they're coming from. Okay, so when it comes them approaching you in the near future, as you can see with the Page of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, and the Fool. The Fool is you, Aries. It's the first card in Tarot, in Major Arcana, and you're the Fool, you're the firstborn of the Zodiac. So there is definitely an initiation of a conversation for more stability with you, and wanting to have another chance and have another beginning with you. The Fool here is an indication of another chance, like I said earlier, a brand new beginning that can lead to something more stable and promising for both of you. Let's talk about the advice for you. Okay, what is the advice? It's very interesting reading. I think it's just that you're healing your heart, you're rising out of the ashes, you seem to be very much on a different vibration and frequency. Okay, higher. much higher. All right, so what is the advice for Aries? What is the advice for my Arianas? Okay, so the Six of Cups is here again. You know, this came out earlier as well. So when the Six of Cups here appears, dear Aries, it does indicate, you know, past life, love connection, soulmate connection, twin flame connection. Take it as a resonance to your situation, but it's a twin flame reading. So the advice for you here is with the 10 of Wands, the 7 of Wands, and the 6 of Swords, you really are understanding the value that you hold within yourself. You're really starting to see who you really are and all the internal work that you have been doing within yourself with the Phoenix here, right? As we talked about it in the beginning, the 8 of Pentacles, the 4 of Wands, all of it is paying you off big time, dear Aries. And you didn't come this far just to stay here and just to remain in this place. I think you're moving forward towards a great destination here with the 6 of Swords. 7 of Wands and the 10 of Wands, your advice here is to finally let go of the pain and the hurt. It doesn't mean letting go of the person or your twin flame. It means letting go of, you know, the memories and the emotions that are attached to this situation. The memories that really caused a lot of pain. Because you are healing, you know, the scars are there. Twin flame journey, very tough situation. This person held up a mirror to your face. You held up a mirror to their face. A lot of triggers going on, a lot of healing happening. And because you have come this far and you have done so much healing within yourself, Aries, you just don't want to just, I think you can't even go back if you want to the same patterns and to the same situation. It's like now it's your twin flame's turn to really level up and to learn the lesson. Okay, in order for them to be with you and to come forward to you and to build something more profound because you're on a completely different level. I'm going to pull one messages of love here for you and see what is it that you need to know. Awakening, like literally. So the message here is someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation, awakening, right? Like I said, this is literally very much in connection, I'm getting chills right now, with the Phoenix. And the Phoenix here is an indication of a spiritual awakening, rising out of the ashes, really embracing this transformation, which I see you have been doing. And again, that's what the twin flame journeys are also about, right? Going through a metamorphosis, transformation, learning things, letting go, forgiving oneself. And, you know, it's just you get onto a level at a certain point when you're like, you know, I have free will. Like, I love my twin flame, but it's going to be up to them to really learn the lesson they're meant to learn in this lifetime. So, dear Aries, Boston Cream Cookie, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for being here. I love you so much. I greatly appreciate you. I hope you have an amazing day ahead, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you. Take care. Bye.